Today's feast is also known as the Feast of Encounter, or in other terms, we also call it as Candlemas. And usually, it is during this time that candles are blessed. But simply looking at the titles of today's feast would be enough for us to reflect on its message. We call this feast as the Feast of Encounter primarily because of our gospel for the day. It was an encounter between the Holy Family and Simeon. People would usually picture the prophet Simeon as an old man. Why? Because he is a person in waiting. He is waiting for the revelation of the salvation of Israel. And if we would picture the encounter between Simeon and Jesus, it was an encounter between a baby and an old man. An encounter between the young and the old. And as Simeon sees the infant, he also sees the bright future in store for humanity. But how often do we see this kind of encounters? We can easily see encounters between babies and grandparents. Kapag nakita ng mga lolo at lola yung kanilang apo, iba yung pakiramdam nila. Hindi na lang nila basta anak iyon, kundi kanilang apo. But how about the young people and the elderly? Do the young people still listen to the wisdom of the elders? And do the elders still see the hopes and aspirations of the young? Another important aspect of today's feast is the light of Jesus. Simeon proclaims that Jesus is the light to the Gentiles. And this is the key for genuine encounters, to be the light to everyone and to see the light that everyone brings. The moment we were baptized, our parents were given a lighted candle, a symbol of the light of Christ that we have received during baptism. But sometimes we forget that all of us baptized have that light. Minsan naaalala na lang natin yung kandila kapag ganitong panahon. Kailangan magpabasbas, kailangan may bitbit na kandila, kailangan may ipabless na kandila. Baka nakalimutan din natin na simula pa nung tayo binyagan, binigyan na tayo ng kandila, binigyan na tayo ng liwanag. And we tend to showcase that light we have received. But at the end of the day, we are just mere small lights compared to the true light, Jesus Christ. Yung kandilang hawak natin, maliit lang yan kumpara sa liwanag ni Jesus. Pero kung alam natin kung gaano kalinaw at alam natin kung paano babasag ang liwanag na yan, gaano man kalaki ang kadiliman, pag pinagsama-sama natin iyon, tayo rin ang magdadala ng liwanag ni Jesus. But we must also remember the warning of Simeon, that this light will be a sign of contradiction, and a spear would even pierce the heart of our Blessed Mother. As we look at this warning, let us also look into our lives. As bearers of this light, have we also felt the contradiction? Have we also felt that spear piercing our hearts? Because as we continue to hold on to that light, there would still be others who would prefer the darkness. There would also be others who would try to put out that light. It will be our duty to make sure that that light would continue to shine in the midst of darkness. Today, we celebrate a feast, not just the feast of Jesus being presented to the temple. It is a feast of encounter, It is a feast of lights. And when we look at those two things, hopefully we can encounter that light that people would also bring. We could also encounter Jesus being brought to us. And when we recognize those encounters, we can give that light to others, especially to those who are in need of that light.